What it do, man? It's your boy Josh. We back up in this thing with another one, man. We woke up this morning. It's another beautiful day. All praise to the Most High, man. Let's get it, man. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful Monday to start our week off, man. It's a nice fall, cold, nice, not cold, but nice, cool day we got down here in upstate or up here in upstate New York, man. And I just want to speak to y'all, man, specifically about the way we think, bro. This is our strongest weapon. This right here is what's going to catapult our life. This right here is what changes everything around us. Everything around us does not simply change just by the randomness or the coincidence of everything. What makes everything around you change, it all starts from right here. And what I'm talking about is better job, better money, better friends, better girlfriend, better relationships with your family, better relationships just in general. If we want all that thing on the external to change and actually be what it is that I described, being better, then it all starts right here. It all starts right here with better thinking, a better mindset, starting it right here. Here's how I'm gonna tell you exactly how we're gonna get to that. We gotta live from the end. We have to decide where it is that we want to go, or who do we want to be, the type of people we have in our life. I mean, from everything, what type of job, what type of people we want out of life. Think of all that stuff right now. What would make you feel actually happy? What would make you feel fulfilled? The type of people you had in your life, the things you would do on a day-to-day basis, the life that you would live. Think of it right now. Now, knowing that, how do we get there from where we are right now? It's something that we do in the military. It's called backwards planning, where it says we just put the goal, we put what we want to be, the end state to be. We want to put what the end to be. We want to identify what will make us successful, what will determine our mission is a go, what determines our mission is successful. Having this, and this accomplished by this date, or having this, and this done. Okay, whatever the case may be. Let's say we identify and say, this is who we want to be. This is the mission. This is the goal right here. And what we do is, in order to make that happen, we do something called backwards plan. So what do? We need to do a week before this happens. In order for our goal to be met, what do we need to do 1 week out? What do we need to do 2 weeks out? What do we need to do 3 weeks out? 3 months out? 6 months out? We start factoring in all the things we have to do right here today, by working backwards, by backwards planning, by saying where it is that we want to be at, and we saying with the amount of time, let's work backwards. And then we get to a point to where that's how we basically map up the map. We map out the road to war is what they call, or the road to the goal, or the road to mission, whatever the case may be. We have to start like that. A lot of us possibly have not done any of that. We say what we want to do, we say what we want to be, but we haven't done any sort of planning or acknowledgement of what needs to happen in order for us to get to that point. So I'm assuming let's just go ahead and run through a hypothetical situation or scenario. Let's think about us, hey, we want to be doing this career. We want to be doing this job, whatever the case may be. What does that look like? If we want to be working here by this date, what does that mean we have to do before the month's end? Okay, how can I become that? Do I need an extra certification? Do I need a degree? Do I need to go to trade school? What do I have to do? Okay, once you realize all the things you have to do, I got to go get a trade, or, I got to go get a certification. Okay, what's the soonest I can get it by? When do I want to have it done by in order for me to have my job by the time I want it? I want my job a year from now. So when do I want my certification done? I want my certification to be done 9 months from now. Okay, backwards plan. Let's keep backwards plan. So when do I need to start? When's the latest do I need to start? The certification is 12 weeks. So that means that at the 6-month mark, if I really want to be done by the 9-month mark, okay, cool. I need to start no later than the 6-month mark. Okay, well, until now, from now until 6 months, what can I do to start preparing myself to where whenever I take that certification, okay, I know it. Okay, where am I going to go take the certification at? How much money do I need to save up in order to pay for the certification? What do I need to do? You start mapping all that stuff out. That is all the stuff that you need to have in your mind. Okay, that's what started in your mind, because the first thing, what I should have said at the beginning of this video is the first initial thing is you must believe that you can get it done. As long as you believe you can get it done, then you will do the actions and put the measures and controls in place and do the planning that it requires in order for you to be successful. Okay, so if you really believe you can get it done, okay, so let's start actually putting this logically, deliberately. What does this look like? Okay, backwards plan your stuff out. Some of y'all, man, I need a new girlfriend. The girl that I'm with right now, it's okay for you to realize, like, man, the girl that I'm with right now, your girl, you should never feel like you're settling. If this is not the one, it's okay. Be honest with yourself, bro. Be honest with yourself. Is this the person who I really want to spend with for the rest of my life? I know who they are. You know who they are. And just acknowledge and just go ahead and accept the fact they are who they are, and they will just become more of who they are as time just progresses, as time goes on. So think of the things that you may not like about them. Think of the things you do like about them. Think of it really and say, man, am I willing to do life with this person? Do I want to be with this person? This person right here makes me happy. This person right here makes me feel fulfilled. I don't want anybody else. If you already feel that one, then you need to go ahead and already believe it and choose to be with that person every single day. But honestly, if you can't feel that way off rip, just initially that, yeah, this is the person who I want to be with. If you have some sort of hesitation, a little bit of uncertainty, that should just tell you everything you need to know. When it comes to you committing to somebody, there should be no uncertainty. There should never be no second guessing. There is no, well, I think, well, maybe we'll see how it goes. No, you will already know. That if you saying, I think, like, we love each other good enough to where I think we'll get better, or our connection will get deeper, whatever the case may be. That's cool and fine and dandy and all, but you got to realize, you got to accept that sometimes you don't need to try to change the external, because you have no control over the external. You have no control over whether or not that person can change or not, or be the person that you want. If you always have those constant but thoughts of, man, I think I can do better than this, believe and trust your instincts, bro. Don't let anybody tell you anything else, bro. And so what you have to do is like, okay, well, I do want a better girlfriend, or I do want a better intimate partner. So what are the steps in order for you to get a better intimate partner? First, we got to leave the person who we messing with right now. We've already acknowledged that this ain't going to cut it. And so any sort of continuation that we continue to do or spend time with this person is just another day where it's blocked off the opportunity for us to actually meet the person that's meant for us. The longer you choose to keep on malingering and being in a situation you know that is inevitably going to come to an end, the longer it takes for you to move on and get to where you actually want to be. You already have acknowledged that where you currently are right now with this specific individual is not where you want to be. This is not the one all, this is not the end all be all, but you continue to just dibble and dabble and prolong the situation. Why? Because probably you're scared to be alone, which is another topic for another video. I'm on y'all tail about that one. You're scared to be alone. You got codependency issues. You don't think you can go out there and obtain happiness outside of them. Another video topic for another day. Whatever the case may be, but you are choosing to continue to settle for something that you know deep down inside that you are meant for better. So if you choosing to do that, don't complain about the stuff that comes along with choosing that decision. The constant reiteration, the constant drama, the constant negativity, whatever the case may be, whatever it is that you know that solidifies the thought that you know that you cannot be with them, go ahead and understand that each day that you choose to be with them is you choosing to sign up and be around that situation. When there is such thing as a life, there is such thing as a partner where you're not having to deal with all that goofy stuff. But the only way you can go from there to here is by doing what you got to do. Saying, hey, this is not it. I'm going to go ahead and start the process of me moving on. So if you guys are saying, oh, I want a better girlfriend, or I want to know somebody new, like, start the process. Okay, leave the current one that you're with right now. Come to an agreement, or you don't even have to come to an agreement. Just be real with yourself about what it is of who you are and what you want. And just vocalize that, and then keep it moving and pushing. Don't try to people please. Don't try to articulate in a way to make it seem like it ain't it. Don't try to do anything to where you are trying to make this person happy. Right now, we are in the business of trying to make our life the life that we can enjoy, to make ourselves happy. We can't make ourselves happy while also trying to have the priority of making other people happy. Something has to give, bro. Put yourself first, bro. Your life, your responsibility, your decisions, your actions is what determines what your life will be. So go ahead and make the decision, despite who's going to feel some type of way about it, who may be angry about it, Whatever the case may be, make the decision for you. Don't make the decision based on for your mom, for your pops, your homies. Oh, I don't want to mess up the friend dynamic, or you don't do that. Because right now, if you don't make the decision, the hard or right decision, you finna make up your own, you finna mess up your mental dynamic is what really is. You finna mess up your energy dynamic. You finna mess up your entire life dynamic, all because you trying to make sure everybody else is taken care of. Making sure nobody looks at you as a bad guy so you don't hurt anybody's feelings, bro. You finna hurt your life is what's gonna happen if you scared to hurt somebody's feelings. So, and that could be the case also for other people. Ask yourself, man, I'm trying to elevate to this life. Who am I hanging with on a day-to-day basis? Am I around people that make me want to continue to be a better version of myself? Or am I around people that consistently want to do the same stuff every day that keeps us stuck? Am I willing to be around the same people that just complain about life all the time? Or do I be around people that's all about getting after it, getting to solutions, getting to solving problems, figuring stuff out? Am I trying to be around people that are just more focused on the solution, or am I trying to be around people that are more focused on their problems, who are expecting somebody to come and give them the solution? Or do I want to be around the people that actually see their problems and more focused about just getting to the solution and living their life in a better way than what they did yesterday? There's a Bible verse, man, but this is just all in actuality, bro. Like, this is all just a life thing. Bad fruit cannot produce, or a bad tree cannot produce good fruit, and a good tree cannot produce bad fruit. What is it that I'm saying is that who you are around, bro, who people are, bro, you have to look at them and say what it is. See, you've been hanging around these people, and think about all the things that have manifested in their life. Think of all the fruits that they have. What do they have to show for their life? And ask yourself, is these the people that I really want to be with? Because think about that bad tree that's producing bad fruit. As you can look at people and say, hey, man, looking at his fruit, looking at his life, bro, is this somebody who I want? Ooh, perfect example, bro. I went to the Valvoline to get an oil change to every single the other day, or yesterday, actually, matter of fact, yesterday. I pulled in, bro. The service worker, bro, was already mad, bro. Mad, complaining, griping about his life. You know, he just did not have good energy, bro. At that moment, hearing him complain and hearing him carry himself in a way where it was just like an aura of negativity, I do not want to be friends with him. I do not want to be around him, because that is somebody who looks at his life and complains about how bad he is, but doesn't do anything about it. Just thinks life is just all bad for him and everything like that. In actuality, I'm not trying to disrespect anybody like that or anything, but I could see why he was feeling a certain type of way. He had been working on cars all day, probably working 12 hours. It was cold outside. As he was doing it and making up progress, more cars were just lining up and lining up and lining up. And him looking at the external, it really started to affect his internal. He looking at the external, he really started to think, man, my life sucks, bro. There's nothing I can do. It's always, this is my luck, etc., etc. As opposed to just being like, hey, man, if I don't want to do this no more, bro, what am I willing to do to get myself out of this situation? I don't have to accept this. I don't need to accept that this will be the normal date. If this is something that I don't like, what am I doing to fix it? Instead of complaining and crying and being negative and snapping off on people, clearly showing like, hey, he has an issue with being where he's at currently in life, but what is he doing about it? If I had to guess, he was just complaining about it. He was just showing his frustrations about it, but he wasn't doing anything about getting him outside that situation. He'd rather complain and be mad all day, as opposed to, you know what I'm saying, bro, let me go ahead, do what I got to do so that I can eventually get on to the next thing. Let me go ahead, take care of these cars, do this service. Complaining, being negative ain't going to change the situation. And no matter how mad and upset he got, it was not going to save him for whatever situation he was in. I don't want to be around somebody like that. I want to be around people that realize the cards that have been dealt with them and just acknowledge, like, bro, like, we all start at different spots in life. Some people have some sort of advantages. Some people have disadvantages, whatever the case may be. But you dealt your cards of life at hand from birth. This is what you got to work with. Now, what you gonna do with it, bro? What you gonna do with it? Are you gonna sit there and complain about it? Or are you actually gonna get up, you know what I'm saying, and actually do something about it? If I would have told that dude, I was like, hey, bro, if you tired of doing this, I'm like, well, what is it that you'd rather be doing? and run him through the same process I ran y'all through at the very beginning. What is it that y'all want, what you want to be doing? Well, I'd much rather be doing this. Okay, well, let's back it up. If we want to do this by, let's say, for example, next year, what do we need to do from now until that point to actually make that a reality? What do we got to do? What do we got to do? And then we would walk through that whole process, because what he's been doing is just been not working on trying to get out the situation, but just complaining about the situation, hoping somebody feels sorry for him, hoping somebody just like like a luck of a draw, like lightning strike, and then boom, all his problems were going to get fixed. All the things he didn't want to do, he doesn't just have to do it anymore. That's the mindset shift that I'm trying to tell y'all boys that we got to break free from. It all starts here. If you believe that there's nothing you can do and you're powerless, then boom, like that's the reality in which you'll live in. But if you start off with the belief that, man, I can actually do something about this, I can actually live a better life, this doesn't have to be the end all be all, and then with that belief, you actually follow that belief with the action, then bro, the world is like, there are no limits on you, bro. You can literally accomplish whatever it is that you set your mind to. That's what people say. Whatever you think you can do, you can do anything you set your mind to. That's literally it. It's a cliche saying, and it's become to fall on deaf ears because you hear so many people say it, bro. But it's literally true, bro. If you believe that you can't do it, then you won't do it, and it will never be done. But if you set your mind to it to say, you know what, I think I can do this. Matter of fact, I know I can do this. And if you follow that I know with I will and actually put in action behind it, bro, it's only a matter of time. Oh, I want to have I want to be a guy that has big arms and a big chest and just a nice physique. Okay, when do you want to have that by? A year. Okay, so what do you do leading up to that year? Despite you maybe not being able to see the results after a month or 2 months, what is it that you have to do every single day in order for you to get the physique? You know you got to work out, and you know you got to have a strict diet. Well, not a strict diet, but a balanced diet. It probably would just be strict compared to what you've been eating up to this point, but it's not a strict diet. It's a balanced diet. Your standards for what you thinking about putting into your body, you probably have had no standard. You just been eating a bunch of garbage and BS. And so now anytime we try to put some sort of normalcy, you so far deep on one end of the spectrum, whenever we try to put you right in the middle, you think that's being strict. It's like, no, bro, that just shows how far off you've gone. Oh, I got to do this and I got to do that. It's going to take 2 hours. Yeah, bro, 2 hours ain't nothing. But 2 hours means a whole lot. Because why? Because you've been applying 0 hours, being zero work, zero extra effort on whatever your goals are. So now if I tell you, hey, whatever the type of person you want to be, it's going to require 4 hours of your day, 6 hours of your day of you just dedicating yourself towards this, to working out, to being right spiritually, to being right mentally, and to getting your life in order. Say, for example, we name all those goals and we backwards plan it, and we realize that, man, we got to go ahead and dedicate 6 hours a day towards this, bro. Then that's what it is. It's not too much. Don't tell yourself it's too much. It's just more than what you've been doing. Because there's somebody right now that's doing more hours than that where they probably feel like it's not enough. It's all perspective. And your perspective has been you just simply being on your tail, not doing nothing, complaining, having a negative mindset all day, every day. You have to transform. That's what it's called. It's called the pain of transformation. When you are transforming whatever it is that you've been doing, what you've been doing on a day-to-day basis, you have to go through a pain of transformation, bro. A pain of you transforming into something completely different. It's going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to feel awkward. It's going to feel like it's a lot of work to do and everything like that. But you have to transform yourself to telling your mind that is the new normal. Your body, your mind is telling you what's been normal for the past 20, 30 years. Well, now it's time for you to tell your mind, tell your body, tell yourself that there is a new set of normal, because there is a new standard of living. There is a new person who we're trying to be. We can't do the same thing we're doing right now and expecting we're going to manifest or transform into that just off the strength or just by coincidence or just at the snap of a fingers. No, what makes that happen is the journey of transforming and becoming that. You know what I'm saying? You guys know exactly how when you are from birth to for example, to the time you're at age 18, your body goes through a bunch of transformation, right? Essentially, that's what you need to do. You have to transform. You need to become something that you're not and just be better and better. Because it's either you go through the pain of transformation or you're going to get hit with the pain of regret. Because all this stuff that I'm telling you about right now, You can choose to not want to do it, bro. You can choose to say, you know what, I'm good on that. You could possibly feel a little bit motivated for the next week or whatever, or for the remainder of this week. But this time next month, this time next week, or this time next year, let's say, for example, you choose not to do nothing. Okay, cool. That's going to be your decision. You chose to do that. And as time progresses, as time goes on, over and over and over, you go eventually going to look back over your life, see the people who did decide to go through the pain of transformation, and realize that all that stuff that was in your mind, that those dreams and stuff, was all actually could have happened, because you would have seen somebody made it happen, somebody just like you that was living the life that you wish you had. And then all you can do is sit there and hate and be jealous. And the reason why you hating and jealous is because you realize that that should have been you. Yeah, that should be you. There's no reason as to why that shouldn't have been you. That could have been you right there, having everything that they have, having the type of life that they have, the type of girl they got on their shoulder, the type of people that they hang out with, what they do on a day-to-day basis. Yeah, that could have been you. But you thought that it was too hard. You thought that it wasn't worth transforming for. And so, you know what I'm saying? You chose not to, continue down that path. But don't hate the man. Don't be envious of the man that did choose to put in all those hours that you was running away from, putting in all that work that you was running away from. Don't be mad at him because he did it. And the reason why you mad at him is because it forces you to, it's a big old spotlight on you having to realize that, bro, you could have did it, but you chose not to do it. And so you filled with jealousy, you filled with envy, you got so much hate in your heart, all because the root cause of it is because you have a pain of regret. Pain of regret makes you hate yourself. And because you hate yourself, bro, you hate your decision for not doing what you should have did. It makes you hate others. It makes you not want to be happy. You just live in you just live in misery every single day, bro. And it's just that's just not a way for it that I would want anybody to live, bro. But a lot of us do live that way because why? Because they acknowledge, or they have the belief that the external is what decides it. The external is what has power. And that's not true at all. The power is in here. It's in here. When there is a will, there will be a way. When there's a will, there's a way. What does that mean? That means if you got a willpower that's strong enough, even if it looks like there's no way, you will have such a strong will that the will makes a way. That, yeah, you may not figure it out, or you may not know how you're going to get it done, but as long as the will is still in place, bro, it'll figure it out. What is a will? If your will is so strong, it's willing to conquer every excuse that you possibly could think of. It's going to conquer every obstacle that tries to stop you. It's going to conquer every single moment of doubt, or anybody having any sort of doubt around you. It's going to conquer all of that, and it's going to pursue and pursue and pursue until the inevitable happens, where a way is made, where you'll figure it out. You guys will probably start the backwards plan, and you'll realize that it ain't as easy as you thought it was. But your will, your belief still needs to remain constant. Don't get mad at, this is why I didn't try. It was because I ran into this obstacle. Bro, push through the obstacle. The obstacle is not the end all be all. Push through it. That's all it is adversity. It's in front of you for you to fix it for a reason. That obstacle came in front of you to really test if you really want it or not. Because people that really want it, that have a strong will, despite how hard it gets or how many people try to stop them or whatever tries to stop them, that junk don't prevail, bro. They prevail. They figure it out and they find a way to keep moving. But when you start, and the first moment that you don't feel like doing it, the first moment there where somebody says some slick stuff, or the first moment where you start getting stressed at work, and so you say, okay, well, I'm going to just quit. Or the moment that it starts getting hard, bro, that lets me know that you really didn't want it bad enough. And that lets me know everything I need to know, that the reason why you started it, the reason why you want it, is just so you could receive something out of it. So you can get the benefits. When I'm going to go ahead and let you know, bro, you're not doing this just so if the reason why you're wanting to start this or do this journey or whatever the case may be is just so you can get the beneficial factories out of it, bro, I'm gonna let you know your substance ain't deep enough. Your why ain't deep enough. Your why has to be deep enough to the point where it's like, if I don't do this, then I'm going right back to where I used to be at. And I don't want to do that. And if you really don't want to go back and live the life that you've consistently been doing, then as soon as you were faced with that question, you're going to find out to keep going. But as long as you say, oh, I'm only self-improving just so I could get a better girl so I can flex on people, or I just want to get money so I can flex on people and look rich. And so, bro, I'm gonna let you know, bro, it's got to be deeper than that. The reason why you got to start this is because you want to live your life this way. You want to be something better than, and when it comes to you becoming something better, ain't no car, ain't no amount of money gonna can't make that happen for you. You wanting to be a better man, who determines that? Yourself. Based on what? Based on the actions you do on a day-to-day basis. Based on what you do. You get confidence in yourself. You love yourself because you start to love the ability. You start to see what you're capable of. You get to see the type of guy you are. You get to see what type of cloth you're cut from. Me, I'm most happiest and feel most fulfilled about being myself whenever I can do hard things. Whenever I'm in the gym training a certain way, whenever I'm in the library studying for a certain specific thing, whenever I'm taking care of certain things at my job and my workplace and my responsibilities is taken care of, I'm proud of myself knowing that I faced challenges and I had the ability and I had the faith to overcome them, and realizing that I was just becoming a better individual. There are certain signs and things you will get to tell, and you get to, seeing yourself, be like, man, I am improving, bro. You'll be able to see it for yourself. Man, I've been kind of like all over the place, and this kind of been like a generic topic and everything, but I'm going to go ahead and recap it, bro, as I'm closing out the video. It all starts right here, bro. It all starts right here. It all starts right here. Start addressing this, and then let's see where your life goes. If you consistently thinking that life, like, oh, I hate this about my life, I hate this, and you ain't doing nothing about it, bro, just go ahead, and I need you to understand this and hear this. Like, if you're not doing nothing about it, bro, you can expect that will be the rest of your days. And that should scare you, because that scared me whenever I say it out loud. If you don't do anything different, not say anything. If you don't do anything different, whatever you're dissatisfied about in life, bro, you will continue to be dissatisfied for the rest of your days unless you decide to change something. Because nobody is going to come and save you. Nobody's going to offer a change up for you. You literally will sit where you are at for the rest of your days until you decide that enough is enough and you're willing to do something about it. That's how deep it's got to be. It's not just so I can get something out of it, but you running from what it is. You running from your previous self. The reason why I'm working is because I know exactly where I would go back to if I do nothing. That's a hard why. That's a strong why. I'll stay in poverty if I don't continue to grind and keep doing what I'm supposed to do. I'll continue to have the same relationships if I don't change myself and become something different. I'll continue to live the same life every single day unless I choose to live a different life by choosing to do certain different things. That is why I'm going, is because I would feel so mad at myself knowing that I could, but I didn't. Knowing that I should, but I didn't. I'm running from my former self. I want to get the best out of life. I want me to be the best version of myself and everything that comes along with it. The good things and the bad things. The blessings and the burdens. Because I've realized that my former self is not the way that I want to live. Period, point blank. I want to be better. I want to live better. In order for me to live better, I got to be better. What's the process of me being better? What defines me as being better? Oh, if I had this, okay, cool. So we need to transform into the type of man that would have those type of things. We need to become the type of guy that would have that type of life. Look at where we are right now. Are we that guy? No. Okay. So what would that type of guy do? How would he feel? How would he operate on a day-to-day basis? And that's simply what we become. If you want to be like David Goggins, for example, how do you think you become David? You train like David Goggins. It's simple. It should be easy for everybody to understand. And so I hope this video helps, man. Before y'all go, man, please make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share the video.